try to officially start us. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Last time I shared Yoga Sutra 2.16, which says, pain that has not yet arrived is avoidable. All right, pain that has not yet come is avoidable. And this next one is connected to that. And it says, the cause of that avoidable pain is the union of the seer and the seen. And the seer is referred to as the Purusha. The seen is Prakriti. Prakriti. Right? The cause of that avoidable pain, the cause of pain, is the union of the Purusha and Prakriti. So what that means, this Purusha and Prakriti, Purusha is that aspect of reality which we don't see, but is nonetheless always there and is unaffected by whatever it is that we humans do. Whatever happens to us, whether we live, whether we die, whatever happens to the earth, whether it explodes or doesn't explode, Purusha is this constant, is a kind of a constancy aspect. And we don't often connect with it, but that's what we are. So the yogis say that's what we are, that we are that Purusha, unborn, undying. And what we do is we confuse that nature, the Purusha, with the individual manifestation, this body, this mind. We confuse that Purusha with that which is mortal. And so that's where all of our anxiety, that's where all of our fears, that's where all of our angers stem from, is that we don't connect with our true nature, or we confuse our true nature with what is not lasting. So this is the philosophical aspect of yoga. Let's take a moment just to see if we can connect with that Purusha, right? It's a matter of letting go of identifying with this body-mind, right? We're taking care of this body-mind, but for the purpose of letting it go. That's right. It's crazy, right? That makes sense. Yeah.
When we talk about Purusha, can you give at least one example? Like, for example, like what I think, if I know people in Africa dying from starvation, can I call this Purusha?
No,
that's for me. It's not like
no, that's not Purusha. No. So the example you gave is just so everybody can hear. People dying in another place that we don't, like in Africa, for example, and we don't know about it. He's asking, is that Purusha? No, thank you for clarifying. That's not what Purusha is. Purusha is much greater than our individual experience or what we don't know. Right. So if something's happening in real time, that's everything that we can see, everything that can be seen. This is Prakriti. Everything that can be seen or known is Prakriti. Whether we know it or not that's a separate question. That's a separate question. So this Purusha is this unknowable, yet is this constant presence. It's always there. Another way of talking about it is it's our true self, our true nature. It's the peace, calm, compassion that's always present, but we're not often connected to it. So, anyways, let's see if we can let go. So we're going to shed. What we do is we identify with our roles. We think we are what our job is, whether it's a particular job that we have. So I'm a teacher, or a particular role that we play. I'm a father, a son, a husband. We identify with those roles, and that creates the suffering. It's an over-identification with them. So let's just take a moment, and maybe you don't have to think about this too much, but just think about the question, who am I? Right? Or who are you? As a means, with a purpose, as a means to let go of that identification with the role that we play. All right. And just want to invite us to do some movements to open up the body a little bit and just feel good, feel better about feel better about being in a body. We've got to take care of this body till the day that we let it go. So do some hip openers. Let's get the hips open. And here one thing we can try is leaning over one leg and keeping the back flat as we reach the arm over the head. So one arm's on the floor to help us to stay upright, or rather prevent us from falling over. The other arm over the head to stretch the side. All right, and then coming back up. And we'll go the other way. Stretching the side. All right, and back to center. Another way we can do this is to take our hand behind our back so we're unsupported and then reach over the head. Try that. Maybe we don't last as long there. All right, and the same thing, other way. Hand behind the back. And back to center. When you're ready, take both hands behind the back, clasp the hands together, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press the rib cage forward, lift the chin, breathe. All right, and then lower the chin, release the hands, and then let's bring the hands, slide them forward, the head comes down to the floor, and so then just relax the hips and the back. And then coming on back up. All right, let's take the feet, spread the feet apart and come up onto onto the balls of the feet, bringing the hands forward and tucking the elbows into the thighs or into that crease between the thighs and the calf muscle. There you go. Or into the knees is fine too. Just open up those hips a little bit. Okay. And let's kind of come up to a forward fold. Bring the hands to the shins or the knees. Stretch out the legs a bit. Take some breaths here. Let's take the right hand over to the outside of the left foot. Bend the right knee. Bring the left hand to the left hip and turn the body, turn the back to the left. So we'll get a little twist out of the back, a little stretch to the back of the leg. And if you want, you can reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, and then go ahead and
Switch to the other side. Left hand goes to the outside of the right foot. Bend the left knee. Right hand comes up towards the hip or towards the ceiling, and we twist to the right side. Okay, and then go ahead and lower back to center. I'm going to turn so that I can use the mat here, opening up my hands and walking my feet back here. We're going to just pedal the feet in downward dog, just to stretch out the calf muscles. Just pedaling the feet in place. And then also curl the toes under the feet, and this will help with stretching the sole of the foot, just kind of rolling up onto the toes. It's really an important stretch, especially if you get cramps in your feet. This could be really helpful. If you get a cramp in the sole of the foot. All right, and then see if we can just take a few more breaths here in downward dog. Create some space. One way to make space in your back is to draw your navel in towards the spine and up towards the rib cage. Okay, and then let's walk the feet to the hands. Walking the feet to the hand to the front of the mat. Roll on up. Do a couple sun salutations. All right, then the hands come together in front of the heart. Driving them forward, reaching forward and up. Inhale. Notice the ceiling as you lift up. And then folding in half. Lifting the head part way. And coming back down. Let's step the left foot back. Lower the knee. Lift the chin. Take a nice deep breath in. And return the breathing to normal. And squeeze the thighs together and release. Do that 3 or 4 times, 3 to 5 times, squeezing the thighs together and then release. Just maybe holding for a couple of seconds, squeeze and then release. All right, and then sliding the right foot back to meet the left. Downward dog. Okay, go ahead and lower the knees. Come forward and lower down. Tuck the elbows in. Focusing on the chest, breathe in as you lift the head. And breathe out, come back up to all fours. Right, engage your shoulders, push into the floor with your hands. Curl the toes for cat. And then we'll go into dog, downward dog. From cat to downward dog. Shake out the head a little bit in downward dog, just loosen it up. All right, left foot stepping forward. Lower the knee. And here too, let's inhale, lifting the chin. And return the breath to normal. Squeeze the thighs into, so we're squeezing the thighs together as if we were standing, just squeeze the thighs and then release. Squeeze, hold for a couple of seconds and release. Do that 3 to 5 times. Okay, when you're ready, step the right foot to the front. Straightening the knees, rolling up to stand. Arms come out and up, extending straight up. Lock the thumbs, reaching straight up towards the ceiling, and then back a little bit. And draw the hands down in front of the heart. Okay, extending the arms forward, lock the thumbs, reach them up. Reach up towards the ceiling as tall as you can, reaching back. And then folding in half. Lifting up halfway. Take a breath in. Exhale back down. Right foot steps back. You can keep the knee raised if you like this time. Lifting the chin. Breath in. On the exhale, step the left foot back. Downward dog. Let's really work on getting the heels down to the mat. Heels down to the mat. Holding. Straightening the elbows. Shoulders strong. Okay, lower the knees. Uncurl the toes. Go ahead and land on your front side gently. Elbows tucked, toes pointed. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And then return to downward dog. We're going to come into cat. So we can go from cat to dog. Right? Round the back, stretch out the back, tuck the chin, curl the toes, and then lift the knees. Take a couple of breaths here. All right, right foot steps forward. Lifting the chin, take a breath in. Left foot steps forward. Exhale, lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Roll on up to stand. Continue with a raise your arms up, extending towards the ceiling. Lock the thumbs. Bending back. And then the palms in front of the heart. Okay, let's do one more. Ready? Arms come forward and up. Inhale. Back. Bend a little bit. And forward fold from the hips. Exhale. Lift up halfway. Inhale. Come back down and exhale. Left foot slides back. Inhale as you lift your chin up. Exhale as you step your right foot back. All right, let's spend a couple of breaths here in downward dog. Push the floor away from your hands. Grab the mat with your toes. All right, let's lower the knees. Bend the elbows. Come on down. Down all the way. Elbows tucked in, toes pointed. Lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. Stretch out the core a little bit here. Breathe in and breathe out. Go ahead and back up to cat. So round the back. Curl the toes under the feet. Lower the head. Straighten the arms. Okay. Open the fingers. Let's lift the knees up. Feet come back down. The heels come down. Downward dog. Okay. Left foot forward. Take a deep breath in as you lift your head. Exhaling, right foot steps forward. Tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the head up halfway. Come back down. And let's come up to standing in your own way. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Reach up, straight up, and then back. And palms come together in front of the heart. All right, great. Let's lay down on our back to rest. All right. See if you can feel the results of that laying down. I'm doing a lot of work here. Really paying attention, close attention to the details of the body. Totally relax the legs. Totally relax the arms, the face, the chest, the abdomen. And maybe take a moment just to think about the fact that there is something. We don't know what, we can't name it precisely, but there is something greater than our understanding. There's something greater than what we can perceive through our senses. There's been various names for that something. We don't have to name it if we don't want to, but there is something that's beyond sense perception. Just take that in for a second, beyond what we can perceive. All right, let's go ahead and raise the left arm over the head, just the left arm. Raise the right knee and use your right foot to push you over, rolling onto your left side and then onto your front side, recentering on your mat. Bringing our hands underneath our shoulders, if possible, forehead to the mat, toes pointed, feet together, shoulders away from the ears, and beginning to lift the head off of the ground. And how high you lift it isn't important, is not important. How high you lift your head up is not important. We just want to get it off the ground. Right. And that in itself is engaging those muscles in the upper back. And I really recommend tucking your chin, but some people like their chin up. But when you tuck the chin, you're also getting some engagement in the neck muscles that you wouldn't otherwise.
Okay, and the arms are relatively relaxed, not really doing very much here other than just tucking those elbows into the sides. Just kind of hovering over the mat. All right, let's lower the chin now. So now we do lift the chin a little bit. Hands come to the sides, or if you want to bring them under your abdomen, that's fine too. And then let's focus on the right leg to start, lifting the whole of the right leg up and holding there. Lifting the whole of the right leg up, toes pointing downwards, engaging the low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Rest. And left leg lifts and hold. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down gently. Okay, let's repeat the right leg, lifting that one up. See if you can get the knee off of the ground so that the leg is straight. Breathing easily. All right, let's lower the right leg, lift the left. And lower the left. Take a rest. And turn your head to the side if you want, and rest. All right, let's try this now with both legs. I'm going to bring the chin to the mat, hands by the sides, or if you want to tuck your elbows under the body, that's an option too. Okay, and when you're ready, take a breath in and hold your breath, lifting up both legs, including the knees, off the ground. Release the breath and hold. All right, normal breathing as both legs are lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Good job. Good work. Let's raise the right arm over the head. Bend the elbow of the left arm and use your left hand to push you over to your right side and then onto your back and recenter on your mat. Stretch out the back now, drawing the left knee in, straighten the right leg. Draw the left knee in, straighten the right leg. Take a few breaths. And then switch them around. Draw the right knee in, straighten the left leg, and hold. Okay, then draw the left knee in, keep the right knee in, and hold. You take hold of your knees, and gently, really gently rocking left and right. So we're not trying to create pain, or if there's any pain there, we don't want to make the pain that's there worse. Just gently rocking left and right as we draw the knees in. Okay, back to center. Grab hold of your big toes. Grab hold of your big toes with your hands. You can use your fingers there to grab hold of your big toes. Your right hand grabbing hold of your right big toe, and left hand grabbing hold of the left big toe. And we're going to lift the feet towards the ceiling, but keep the knees bent, and gently draw the knees down even. All right. So gently or even letting gravity draw the legs down, the knees splaying out to the sides. Take some deep breaths here. right, wonderful. Let's stretch out the legs then. We can stretch the arms out over the head, stretch the legs out so that they're flat on the ground. Lock the thumbs. Once you get them over your head, lock the thumbs, stretch out the body. I'm going to take a deep breath in and hold your breath in. Ready? Big breath in and hold it. Then peel your head up off the ground. Lift your arms up. Lift your back. Peel the back up. Coming up to a seat. Let's reach the arms up towards the ceiling and then fold over both legs. Right? Or a forward fold. And here we want to really focus on relaxing the whole body. All right, and then sitting back up. Sit back up. Take the feet in towards the body, the knees out to the sides, kind of lowering the head towards the toes. You can just gently place the elbows on the shins. So bring your head towards the toes. Stretch out those hips a little bit more. Okay, and then let's send out the right leg, extend the right leg, and just kind of bring the head down towards the knee. No, you don't have to do anything with your arms. Maybe just keep them at your side or even behind your back and draw the head towards the knee without much effort here. Just drawing the head towards the knee, letting gravity work on the torso. And check to make sure your toes are pointing up, perpendicular to the floor, pointing up towards the ceiling. All right, let's lift the head back up and switch the feet. And the same thing, just kind of, you can use your hands behind your back to help even to draw your head towards your knee. If you want to, you can kind of see the difference here. If I do it without my hands, I'm depending totally on gravity. If I use my hands, I can press them into the ground behind my back, and that will assist me in bringing my head closer to my knees, to my knee. But either way you do it, just see if you can relax the torso. Okay, then coming back up, let's lower ourselves down again onto our back. And this time bring our hands underneath our head, interlacing them, raising both knees and lifting the feet off the ground. I'm going to rotate the abdomen to one side so that the legs come down to either the left side or the right side, either side. But keep the knees folded and draw the knees down to one side. And then use your neck muscles to turn your head in the opposite direction that your knees are pointed in. And if it hurts to lower your knees to one side, don't feel like you have to. You can keep your feet on the ground as you lower your knees, and then just go as far as it feels comfortable for you to turn your back. You could also place a cushion under your thigh to keep it propped if there's any pain in your back. Okay, let's lift the feet, lift the knees up, back to center. Recenter your back. Here you can lower your lower your feet and then recenter your back if you need to. Lifting the feet back up when you're ready. So the knees are coming in towards the chest, and then we rotate the abdomen to the other side, lowering the knees. And we want to just kind of work on keeping both shoulders as close to the ground. One shoulder, you might notice, is more easily grounded. The other shoulder might be a little bit off the ground. Maybe it's touching, but we want to just kind of focus on keeping the shoulder that's slightly off the ground to just keep working towards getting it on the ground as close as possible. And then coming back up, all right? Recenter your back and lift your knees back up, lower the feet, recenter your back. All right, let's lower the hands so that they're alongside the body. And here, let's start out with bridge pose. All right, lifting, pushing into the feet, lifting the back up off the ground. Take some nice, easy, even breaths. Okay, and then from here, you can either take a rest and go back into bridge pose, or you can take a rest and go into shoulder stand. It's your choice. Either one is fine to do. Whatever you feel. If you want to try shoulder stand, then lift your feet up towards the ceiling and then peel your back, your low back off the floor. Press into your hands so the upper back comes off or your mid back comes off the floor. Stretch out your legs. Bring your hands to your low back and lift your feet towards the ceiling with your legs straight. And then take some nice, long, deep breaths here. And of course, if you don't want to do this today, that's fine. You can do bridge pose, or if there's something else that I haven't done that you want to do, that is also an option. If you want to do a headstand or something else that I haven't mentioned today, if you really want to address some part of your body, please use this time to do that. All right, so we'll just stay up here for about a minute. And again, if you need to come out of the pose sooner than me, that's fine. Or if you want to do bridge pose instead, that's okay. Okay, just another 20 seconds. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and begin to lower your feet over your head, lower your hands to the mat, palms flat and facing down, slowly rolling your back out. Bringing your whole back to the mat. Pause for a second with your feet up. And we can slowly, you can bring one leg down at a time, or you can bring both legs down at the same time. All right, once you're on your backside completely, let's go right into deep relaxation. We can stretch out our legs, stretch our arms out, maybe roll our legs. All right. And we'll roll the head left and right a few times if you want. And we'll just do a quick tightening and releasing of all the major muscle groups of the body simultaneously. For just first, just take a moment to rest. All right. All right, ready? You'll take a deep breath in and hold your breath in. Make fists with both hands. Squeeze your legs and arms at the same time. Squeeze the muscles in your face. Squeeze, lift your head, arms, and legs together. Squeeze everything together and release. All right. This tightening and releasing of the muscles in the body help to stimulate the relaxation response. So, take a moment to find a comfortable posture in which you can lie down without fidgeting for the next few minutes. And make a point to totally relax. That's the intention here. And start with the feet. Totally relaxing the feet. And now the legs from the hips all the way to the feet. Totally relax the whole of the legs. Okay, and then the abdomen, the abdominal muscles. Totally relax the abdominal muscles. And the muscles in the low back behind the abdomen. Totally softening those muscles in the low back behind the abdomen. Again, it's just using the mind to do so. Let's bring our awareness up to the mid back and relax those muscles there, approximately in the middle of your back. And now the upper back, just using the mind. Let's continue to the shoulders and the neck, relaxing the neck and the shoulders. And the arms all the way down to the hands. And the whole face, the forehead, the temples, the eyes. Let a wave of relaxation come over the face. And now we transition to the whole body, using your mind only to relax, to calm the whole body. Okay, and transitioning now once again from the body to the breath. Notice the breath and calm the breath down. Now let's transition to the mind, noticing thoughts and witnessing thoughts. These thoughts are not self. We identify with our thoughts. We confuse the Purusha and the Prakriti, the real and the unreal. Thoughts are not us. They're just images, just concepts in the mind. We watch them and recognize them as not self. And lastly, we enter into any sense of peace that we can recognize at this time. That's the true self. We enter into any sense of peace that we feel. The yogis say that this is where our true self lies. All right, as we begin to come out of this deep relaxation, we can begin to wiggle our toes and fingers and roll the legs and arms. And maybe find your breath, breathing in, breathing out. And in your own time, making your way up to a seat in your own time. And see if you can take that piece with you. Just maybe center on it for a moment and sit with it. If it's helpful, you can watch your breath for the next minute or so, or if you have a mantra, something that you repeat to yourself that helps you to remain centered, at peace, calm, then do that. All right, thank you. Let's close our class. Maybe bringing to mind somebody you'd like to send out your prayers to, if you want. If not, that's okay too. I'll do a universal transference of the merit of practice this afternoon. May all beings, everyone, be safe. May all beings be well, and may all beings be happy.